Today we should start the new chapter, that is sectors of the Indian economy. Already in the class 9 you already just listened this one, that our economy is divided in three sectors. On the basis of occupation, our economy is divided in three sectors. One is the primary sector, one is the secondary sector, one is the tertiary sector. Now we have to discuss it. What do you mean by this in elaborately? Primary sector, that means where the natural resources are used to produce the goods. Okay, just like there are many activities that are undertaken by directly using natural resources. Take for example the cultivation of cotton. It takes place within a crop season. For the growth of the cotton plant, we depend mainly but not entirely on natural factors like rainfall, sunshine and climate. The product of this activity, cotton, is a natural product. Similarly, in the case of an activity like dairy, we are depend on the biological process of the animals and availability of fodder. The product here, milk, also is a natural product. Similarly, minerals and ores are also natural product. When we produce a good by exploiting natural resource, it is called an activity called the primary sector. Why primary? This is because it forms the base for all other products that we subsequently make. Since most of the natural products we get are from agriculture, dairy, fishing, forestry. This sector is also called agriculture and related sector. Mainly in the primary sector, agriculture sector is most important, and the related sector, that's like the dairy farming, poultry farming, and also that the beehive, that the different things are very important. Forestry, that the also that is the minerals, so they are very important. Okay, the secondary sector cover activities in which natural products are changed into other forms through ways of manufacturing that we associate with the industrial activity. It is the next step after primary. The product is not produced by nature but has to be made, and therefore some process of manufacturing is essential. This could be in a factory or workshop or at home. For example, using cotton fiber from the plant, we spin yarn and weave cloth. Using sugarcane as a raw material, we make sugar or wood. We convert earth into bricks and use bricks to make houses and buildings. Since this sector gradually became associated with the different kinds of industry that come up, it also called the industrial sector. So here we just see there, that is the whenever the natural resources, just like from the mango pulp, for example, from the mango pulp we just make the fruit juice. Okay, this is one kind of industry also. So that is the, it is called the manufacturing industries or the secondary sector. Or maybe we are just making the houses, we are building the our houses, so it is the part of our secondary sector. After primary and secondary, there is a third category of activities, which means that there is a link between the primary sector and the secondary sectors. This is known as the tertiary sector or the service sector, and is different from the above two. These are activities that help in the development of the primary and secondary sector. These activities by themselves do not produce a good, but they are an aid or a support for the production process. For example, goods that are produced in the primary or secondary sector would need to be transported by trucks or trains and the sold in the wholesale and retail shops. At times it may be necessary to store this in the godowns. We also may need to talk to other over telephone or send letters or borrow money from banks to help production and trade. Transport, storage, communication, banking, trade are some example of tertiary activities. Just education. Just we are provided the education to you. That is the, we are just we are just guided you, or we are just helping you to how to study. Okay, so it is also the part of the tertiary sector. Since this activity is generally service rather than the good, the tertiary sector is also called the service sector. Now, for this, it is sufficient. You just know this, that is on the basis of occupation, there are the three categories present in the economy. That is primary sector, secondary sector, and the tertiary sector. Thank you, students.